what do you see as a major challenge for English speakers to learn Chinese as a second or foreign language?
There are three major obstacles, difficulties for Western speakers, speakers of Western languages, including English or French, to learn Chinese. The first one is with the spoken language, there are almost no cognates, almost no 同源的字between English or French on the one hand and Chinese on the other. There are only around at most 150 words, all nouns that come from English, yeah, that come from English in the Chinese language, and they don't even sound that close to the original English, and they usually are 吃的东西和喝的东西. So if you're an English speaker learning German, you have about 25% of words in common. And if you're learning as an English speaker French or Spanish or Italian, you have 60%. 百分之60是同源字. So, so you have about 60% of words that look and are spelled pretty close to the way we do in English. But in Chinese, you don't have any point of reference. The second thing is the tones. What I would tell my students is that we actually have those four tones in English, but the difference between English and Chinese is that in English, it just changes the feeling of a word, but doesn't change the dictionary definition of the word, it just changes the feeling. Whereas in Chinese, you change the tone, you change the total meaning, the character, and everything. And the third thing, though, of course, is the Chinese written language.
Mhm. Right.
It's not an alphabet. And so you need to learn at least 2 or 3 thousand Hanzi to be able to read, say, 75% of anything in Chinese. And you really need 5 or 6 thousand characters to be able to read the newspaper and things like and the best of literature. And that takes a lot of time. And I would tell my students, nothing is hard to learn. Some things take longer to learn than others. And Chinese takes longer to learn than for an English or French speaker than it would for them to learn another Western language. But well worth the effort.